So today we're going to be talking all about the truth about risk, criticism, and success. And I'm so excited to talk to you guys about some of these topics today, as I feel like the last, I'll just say, couple weeks inside of my own business, I've got the most criticism I've had in years. Years. Probably since 18, 19, 20, when I burnt my business down and regrew it from the ground up, left a business partner, had a salon walkout, all the things. Like, I've got more criticism in the last couple of weeks. So I'm excited to share some of these things with you guys, strategies that have helped me, big takeaways, things that my coach has told me that have helped me. And so I'm really excited to dive into today's episode. So let's start off with this. My coach once told me this. So the money in your bank account is a direct reflection of the amount of risk you are willing to take. That is so good and so true. And there's nothing more true than this. When I sit there and right now look at the risk that I've taken in the last couple months, or let's just say couple of years, oh my gosh, it's been risk after risk after risk. And I'm reaching a totally different level of success right now. All right? Risk is a good thing. Calculated risk, we'll get to that in a second. Staying comfortable doesn't serve you in any way. You got to get out of that comfort zone. And so many of us live in that comfort zone year after year after year, and it's not a good place to be. I've taken an insane amount of risk in my life. Starting with we'll just talk about business risks. First one is opening my own salon at the age of 23. I didn't know what I was doing. That was a huge risk. Talk about financial burden, not having my ducks in a row. Like it was a risk. I went into a partnership. That's another risk all in itself, is you're literally marrying like your work wife. Let's talk about hiring employees. That was a risk. That was scary. I'm going to be someone's boss. I'm going to train someone. What about payroll every 2 weeks? Can I afford it? I was terrified. A couple years later, I opened a second location. The doubt and the fear around that of, can we have enough employees to fill both salons, and do we have enough clients to serve, and all those questions, like that was a really big risk. Okay. Ending my partnership. I was terrified to do this. And I was the one that brought it up to my partner and sat down and had a meeting. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And what the fear that came to my head is, can I do this by myself? I felt like not necessarily that I relied on her, but there were two of us. Two people that split the burden, two people that split the financial obligation. It's just totally different ballgame when you're doing it all on your own. And I knew in my heart and soul that I could do it on my own, but it was still scary and it was still a risk. Let's talk about having a walkout and burning my entire business down and everything that I built behind the chair, a whole clientele, to just taking extension guests and firing client after client after client to get new clients in on a completely different service. Like I only offered extensions. What I had built the last 10 years, I burned to the ground. That was a risk. Will these extensions clients stay with me? I don't know. It was a risk. Launched online education. Can I teach other salon owners what I've learned the last decade in business? And that was something that I was scared about. If I'm being totally vulnerable and honest with you, will people purchase my education? Will they follow me? Do I have enough to give these people? Will this business succeed or not? So what I can tell you with all of these risks, and some of you guys know my story and some of you don't, but those are some of the biggest risks that I've taken. I bet on myself every single day. And I don't always have the answers, but I know I will always figure it out, and so will you. Sometimes the biggest risks lead to the biggest rewards. Calculated risk combined with self-belief and hard work, can take you to an entirely new level. Think about in your life some of the risks you've taken in the past. And I want you to think right now also, what is a risk that you're thinking about but not acting upon right now because you're scared on the what ifs? Maybe it's opening another location. Maybe it's leaving the salon that you're at to go somewhere else or to open your own salon. Or maybe it's to launch education and you're an artist that have done this a long time and you really want to dabble in the education side of the beauty industry. Or maybe it's to hire your first assistant. What could possibly lead to something bigger? And the thing about the risk of why it's so scary is there's no guarantee. Does a risk always lead to reward? No. I've failed at a lot of things and said, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to do this. And it might not work out. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I feel miserably, but at least I tried. Okay. So what do you do when you get criticism? Let's talk about this for a second. You take the risk, you put yourself out there, you do a live for the first time or make a reel, and someone bites back. Okay. What happens when your mind goes to these really dark places? So 2 things that have really helped me in the last week. So I released a podcast episode last week, spilling the tea on losing team members, and it caused an uproar in these 9 team members. If I could be very honest with you guys, a huge uproar. And what has helped me get through this week of so much criticism is leaning on the support that I do have and the people that do believe in me, my current team inside the salon. There's a reason that these people are no longer with me. There's a reason that these people are in your past. Okay. And it doesn't matter if this criticism is coming from online, and we'll get to that in just a second, or criticism from people that maybe used to be really close to you, people that you loved or trusted, and that you've been hurt and you guys have gone in different directions. Lean on your support group, your spouse, brother, sister, mom, dad, church group. There are people that love you and they need to know when you're struggling. And the next thing is staying busy. That's been a big one for me. I go to dark places when I'm not busy. Stay busy and stay tunnel focused. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's going on walks. Maybe it's attending church, being active with my kids activities, school activities. I'll just say like Legos, Barbies, baby dolls, because that's the life that I live right now. Maybe it's baking and cooking. I've cooked a lot this week. Stay busy so your mind doesn't go to those dark places. Do not let criticism from the wrong sources hold you back. I always say, consider the source of where is this criticism coming from. Worrying about what other people think of me doesn't serve me in any way. You can go down a really bad rabbit hole sometimes. And I've had to let my mind, and I'm going to give you guys a strategy in a second that I think will help. But when you start going in that dark place, oh, it's hard sometimes, but it doesn't serve you. Okay? You will be criticized if you put yourself out there, and especially online, no matter what. And especially as your business gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You have more people inside your space. You open a salon. You've got opinions online. You've got opinions on podcast. You're going to have criticism. I promise you, it's the price of admission. So when you put yourself out there, you better get ready. And I made a post the other day that says, when you put yourself out there and you ask for feedback, like put on your armor, you better get ready because people are going to come at you, and let them. I'm reading Mel Robbins' book right now called The Let Them Theory. And if you guys have not read this yet, I highly recommend. It's like I'm reading it at like the most perfect time in my life, truly. So someone who is more successful than you, maybe it's they have something that you want, or someone that you admire online. Maybe they have the business you want, or the salon, or the team. They are not spending time in your comment section, in your DMs, in your text, tearing you down, period. That'll never happen. Someone who is more successful than you, you're never going to see that happen. And some of you might look up to me. Let's say you're an assistant university student or a past student or a lead student or a podcast listener, maybe other salon owners or artists. I'll never be in your comment section tearing you down because I know how hard it is to do what you do. I know what the hustle feels like and the vulnerability to put yourself out there and take these risks. So good, right? So I say consider the source on where this negativity and criticism is coming from. People are going to talk about you. The good, the bad, the ugly. And when they do, you consider where it's coming from. People might be envious. People might be jealous. A lot of salon owners, because we're in the beauty industry, it's a jealous industry. So jealous. They're not where you're at right now in your life. They've never walked a day in your shoes. Some of these people don't even know you. You know how many bullies I've had on reels, like 2 or 3 reels that have went viral in the last couple of weeks that have said some horrible things to me. Horrible. And then I share my truth on my platform and have past employees and people come at me with more criticism. I've been knocked down and beaten on like crazy in the last couple of weeks, right? I'm putting myself out there more so than what I've ever done. And if I worry about what other people think, it's a very counterproductive move. And I have to stay tunnel focused, and it's hard. It hasn't been an easy week. Stop letting other people's opinions, drama, and judgment impact you. Let them have opinions about your business decisions. Let them have opinions about your pricing when you raise it. Let them have opinions about you going live or creating reels. Their thoughts, their opinions, their emotions have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Write that down. Remember that. I say God's opinion matters the most. I've prayed more in the last week when I thought, did I do something wrong? This is my truth. My truth. There's other people's, there's 2 sides to every story, right? Worrying about all these things, it honestly, you're staying small and it's stunning your growth. You've got to move past it. And it's hard. The only way you're going to find success is if you turn these setbacks into lessons and to set ups for the future. Okay? So when you feel knocked down, when you feel beaten up, when people criticize you, when you've taken a risk and failed, look at the data and shift it and turn it. What can I do to learn from this experience? All right. So something that my coach, a strategy that's been really helpful. So when your mind goes to these dark places and you've been criticized and you start to question or wonder, or your mind just is negative. We think so many negative thoughts in a day. I know I do. I want to teach you guys the 3 C's. And my coach, Amy Porterfield, and mentor, talks about this. And it's so good. I want to share it with you. Catch, cancel, correct. The first thing you're going to do is catch it. So when you have a negative thought, when you're thinking about something that is not productive in any way, shape, or form, you catch it. Okay? When this thought isn't serving you, notice it, catch it, and think, oh, this is not serving me in any way. So when I think about a really nasty, horrible text that I got last week, and I'm thinking about it, I immediately catch that I'm thinking about it. Okay? And then we cancel it. Cancel it by shifting my focus. I'm choosing a new thought. Okay? Cancel that thought and think about something else. So if I'm thinking about something negative that someone said, or maybe a horrible comment on a reel, or just anything, maybe people, I'll even say, for instance, let's say that other people are leaving you out and you feel left out and they're going to hang out at dinner and you didn't get invited. Okay, so what? Let them. That thought also is not serving you. Catch it that you're thinking about that thought and you feel left out and you're sad, and think about something else. Think about you going to the gym tomorrow and I'm going to buy these new gym clothes and I'm going to go and help my son with his homework. I'm just thinking about things that I start to think about, or what are we going to have for dinner this week, or, anything. Okay. Shift it to a new thought. And then last but not least, we're going to correct it. choosing a new and empowering thought to guide you forward. Okay. Catch, cancel, correct. I hope that you guys can utilize this when your mind goes to really dark places. Flood your brain with thoughts that are going to make you better. I have to do this 100 times a day. My mind in 1 minute can think about 80 million different things, and it can think about negative things really fast. And you have to shift that. Example, let's say, for instance, that you're thinking, I'm a bad salon owner. You're a bad leader. That's why this person left you. That's why you've had a walkout. I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible leader. None of those thoughts are true. Not a single damn one of those thoughts. Catch it. This is not serving me. Cancel it. I'm no longer thinking that. Correct it with a new guiding thought. Okay? So, catch, cancel, correct. I hope you guys love that. I hope that I have said some things today and given you guys some strategies and inspiration and encouragement when you guys find yourself in a season of criticism, in a season of battling. Do I take the risk? Do I not? And what it looks like when you reach a certain level of success. Someone also once told me, the bigger the spotlight, the bigger the spitwad. And that is so true. People that are doing big things, you're gonna get criticized. It's part of it. But we have to learn how to not let that criticism take us down. We can't sit there and sulk in this criticism. Okay? It's so hard, but I'm hoping that some of these strategies help you guys out a little bit. I know and I see you guys what you do every single day. Salon owners have one of the hardest jobs in the world. And I'm so grateful for you guys going on this journey with me, other salon owners that are hiring people, training people, people that leave your company, that move away, that you have to fire, that they quit, that you have a salon walkout, and like the challenges that we go through every single day. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you guys because it's not easy. And you guys are amazing, and taking these risks are going to catapult you inside your business. All right. We'll end on this of where I started. The money in your bank account is a direct reflection of the amount of risk you are willing to take. There's nothing more true than that. And when you doubt yourself and you think, I can't do it, that negative thought, we're going to catch it. Okay. We're going to cancel it and we're going to correct it because you are so worthy. You are so amazing. You are so beautiful to do anything that you want to do inside this industry. Any type of salon team you want to grow and build, you can do it. Everything, all the success that is going to come your way lives on the other side of fear. So let's kick that fear to the curb, okay? Take the calculated risk, and something great's going to come of that. You guys have got this. So much love to you guys. Thank you guys for following us inside of this podcast. Thank you guys for encouraging me and cheering me, and every one of you that have had so many encouraging things to say to me for sharing my truth and my story on my platform, and so many salon owners that have reached out in the last week or two. Thank you guys. You've really pulled me through some hard moments. And I just want to thank you guys for always reaching out and letting me feel the love and support. So I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.